It's a very windy, chilly day out today, and I still have some harvesting to do. So why don't we take a walk with me and we'll do some harvesting while we chit chat for a little bit. Now we are in November and I try to leave the pumpkins on the vine for as long as I possibly can. Even though we have already had our first frost, they are doing pretty fine as you can see, but it's just time to harvest them. I'm going to walk around and harvest all the ones that I have left. Let me just use my leg here. But it's time for harvesting, so we're going to harvest these, cure them, and then put them up for storage so we can use them over the winter. Now we're going to walk to the front. This was just the last one I had in the back. And we are going to now walk to the front where I have just a couple more growing. I'm going to sit this here for right now. I just watered my plants in the garage. They're doing pretty decent. It gets pretty cold at nighttime. As you can see, I started a couple air layering. And for me, doing the air layering in the fall works better because during the growing season and the production season, I'd rather not disturb the tree to take away from the nutrients that the fruits on the tree is supposed to be getting. And so I have done that before. I made a video a couple years ago showing where I air layered in September, I believe. This year I did it in October. And so the trees are actually going to go dormant. And in the spring, when it emerges with all that energy and ready to grow again, all that energy is going to go into those areas where I made that cut to air layer those plants and multiply my fruit trees. And so we are going to be adding more food to the garden for free. Now here I have, show you a couple more pumpkins on this trellis. Yes, they are heavy and I had to bring in the reinforcements. The squirrels were bothering them and I decided to harvest them today because I came by to look and there it is, guys. I hope I can salvage some of this and I'm able to use up some of that as food. If not, the chickens will get it, so still nothing will go to waste. This one here looks pretty well intact. Nice huge pumpkin. Hopefully I can harvest this one by myself. Trying to record it while harvesting it. This one here, as you can see, the immediate tendril is already dried out, so I know it's good to go. Let me find my shears. Here it is. So we're just gonna snap this off right here. Okay. Ooh. Let's see. Gee, it's pretty heavy. See this one right here. And in comparison to my hand, look, my hand fits perfectly on this one side, so you can see how big this pumpkin is. It's really heavy too. And let's see how we're gonna do this one. I think we're gonna do it this way. Well, this one I lost it. So that's gonna go to the compost pile. I'm not even gonna try giving it to the chickens. It's just gonna go back to the compost pile. It stopped growing after I got to this size, and then it started getting rotted out. I believe the squirrels started to mess with it because I did see the mark on it, and then it started rotting off. But that's gonna go back to the compost pile. I'm probably gonna need a ladder here. I don't know if I can get that one. They're way up in there. And this one I should be fine with it. But let's try this and see. First I'm gonna cut the vine off. And it's the end of the season, so I don't even care which part of the vine I cut off. because the coal already hit it anyway. Oh, it's windy, y'all. It's windy out here. Okay. There it is. Intact. So we're gonna sit this one here also. I'm definitely gonna be able to store it up for quite a while because it's properly cured. I'm gonna let it stay in the garage for a little bit, probably about 3 weeks or so, and then I'll put it up to be stored in my cellar for the months ahead so we can have food stored up to eat. And the good thing about that is that we don't need any preservation intervention to preserve these. Once it reaches full maturity and it's cured, then we can go ahead and store those up. Ooh. Let's see how we're doing this. I didn't need a ladder because I'm not necessarily tall, but I'm tall enough, I guess. So I was able to get to it. Let's see. Oh, I hope I don't drop it. I'll cut this off. Yeah. You walk it over here. There we go. And we've got it. Oh, yeah. See this one here, the tendril is not fully dried. But this one, I'm going to definitely cut this up and it's going to go in the freezer, guys. If it's edible, because like I said, I noticed that split right here in it, and I don't think it's from the critters. I just think it's from all the water that it's been getting. And I checked the bottom of this one. I've been checking it all along, and it's nice and good. It's intact, so that's a good thing. So we're gonna have some food stored up, guys. That's what's important. Being self-reliable, planting your own food, being able to store up food, preserving whatever method you choose to use, because food security is real, y'all. It is real. You see what's going on today. A lot of people has been destabilized because they were dependent on the SNAP benefits, and it was all taken away from them just like that, twinkling of an eye, and it's all gone. So if you can at least grow in containers, even if you live in an apartment and you have like a balcony space, you can grow in a container. You can grow root crops. Trust and believe, you can grow root crops in a container in an apartment. Once you have a sunny space, you can place that container in. You can do that. Plant food that you can store up over time. Food that can last you, and food that can sustain you. Because at the rate that things are going, guys, people are going to starve, unfortunately. It's going to start getting real ugly out there. And you want to make sure you're in a position to be able to have something stored up, so when that time comes, you can eat. Right here, garlic and these are what I grew this year. See, I put them in this because I wasn't ready to put them in the ground yet. And the roots have already started. Normally I'll plant in November. I'll put these in the ground in November, and because the beds weren't ready, they're still not ready because I got to remove all that ground cherries and stuff there. Yeah, and add some chicken compost to this bed. But as you can see, the roots have already started. So even if I'm not ready to plant it, I have already started it. And so I'm going to dig in there and plant that. Yeah, they're looking pretty decent. And this is just some of them that I was able to bring over here. I have a lot more that I need to bring over to fill in this bed with garlic for next season. But I'm always planting, I'm always growing. So realistically, my family's food security depends on the work that I put in here to continuously grow food right here in my garden. This is all for now. Thank you for coming along with me, doing the harvesting and a little bit of garden chit chat. But as long as you can grow your food, please do so, because you'll be happy that you did. Because if you don't, you would run the risk of depending on somebody else to provide your food, and you give them that power to destabilize you. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload.